Hopefully this ain't started recording again.
Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
The next stop, Fontaine.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Yo, what's up, baby mama?
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey.
Yeah, like some of these event quests. Granted, these event quests still have fun lore in it to learn about in relation to the nation. So there's that, right? Okay, I just found out that something got disturbed in the recording. So like the first bit of the conversation was a little edged out. So I'm gonna recap real quick. She had said something about her being sucked into a strange whirlpool, then tossed in the water. Then essentially she was tossed out into sea, then the traveler fished her out. So I'm going to assume that something caused her to be tired for her to be slapped out into sea by some strange whirlpool. This whirlpool could have either been a portal or whatever that transported her right above the water and she just boom was up in the sea, or she got ejected to the ocean. Like, oh, it must have been a wind current but swirling around. She got tossed into the ocean type deal. Because she doesn't actually go in detail about it. And I was also saying something about how she basically destroyed some people's theories about her being a Celia or a god that's power has been suppressed and she was tossed in the water type deal. So now that hopefully everything's still recording, let's continue.
But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
We were preparing we're preparing to leave Sumeru and head to Fontaine. Well, I feel like that NPC in the background gonna say something to us. Yep, I knew it.
Huh? You serious?
Yeah, why?
Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
I'm telling you, when this game ends, when we beat up the final story beat, and the traveler decides that he gonna leave with his sister to finally leave this place, everybody gonna be sad that the traveler left.
Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
I mess with it.
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle.
Yeah, kind of explored it.
So, when are you leaving?
We'll probably leave as soon as we're finished preparing.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
Good lord. That man plotting back there. What he trying to do?
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
That's right.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita?
In her case, she'll know from our dreams anyway.
Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler and Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Ah, thank you, baby mama. That's exactly why I pulled for you. See, what a lovely character. I know your kit is booty cheeks, but I leveled you up to level 70 for a reason, because I wanted to use your character. Take care, dear.
Goodbye,
Adios.
Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
But where that Fontaine nigga go? Because he walked into Sumeru. As well as you approach the border with Fontaine. You approach the border with Fontaine? That doesn't even sound right. You mean you approach the border near Fontaine? And I bet we teleported to it. I mean, I didn't get to walk it. That sucks. So that's a cuss. What's that somber music? It's so crazy that it's like right there at the edge. And this, I'm curious to know what that landscape is for that waterfall to be there. That means that has to be rock up the rock.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port. Wow, everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines.
You know what's so crazy? I heard what's going around about people's complaints about Fontaine not looking steampunk enough, or not as advanced looking as what they were claiming it to be. Like it was supposed to be some futuristic freaking cyberpunk shit. I was like, are y'all serious right now? Y'all expect this cyberpunk stuff to exist in Genshin Impact? Are you serious right now? What? We see mechanics in Genshin Impact. They don't look nothing like cyberpunk crap at all. And not to say cyberpunk is crap. I'm just saying as a phrase, just so you can get my point. I'm trying to make. It's like it was just the stupidest thing I've heard.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Let's try meeting the Hydro Archon.
Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Yeah, our journey is to find my sister and also find the truth. Give me one moment. And okay, I'm back. Had to deal with the dog.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means.
Sort of bratty, I bet. Oh, he
To
contemplating.
learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
They probably like, how non-elegant of you to speak to me such a way. I want to get this hydro power. I want to see what this hydro traveler like.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family.
Oh shit.
I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
And what's crazy is, you know what's crazy? Since Folklore views the courtroom as an opera, which let's be honest, after the thing with what was his name, I forgot what the dude who played as Jack Sparrow. You know how he had everything be recorded for live television to see, and everybody had their foot in it. It was like watching it. It was basically like an opera. So now seeing a nation do that entirely, like see how they talking about this person and his whole life as his end like it was an opera. It's crazy to think people would talk about it. But this happens in real life too. How people be talking about people's story like it's an opera.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Oh shit.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seemed to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
Oh, so they see trials as some sort of opera.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases.
Okay. Interesting. Again, this happens in real life too.
And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
A judgment device created by the Archon. So this is the nation of justice.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Furina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I am afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Make an appointment. Time slots? You're a god, for crying out loud. You got all the time in the world.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Furina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
I wonder why.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets it now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
I wonder what you'll get arrested for.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Go tell that to the UK niggas over there the UK. Shoot, I just heard about that whole autistic child, 16-year-old. Not to bring politics into this, but you get the drift.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House.
Traveler ain't looking a little,
Who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
There's a girl over there. She's been standing alone for quite some time. Who the F is he looking at?
Huh. Maybe
Oh,
something's
snap.
the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Wait a minute. Has she been listening in on our conversation this whole time? Cause that dude from Fontaine earlier was listening in, but he left.
Maybe we better go check on her.
Act 1 has started. Give me one moment.
Hey, how about we get some tickets to the next trial?
I think we'd better wait and see what kind of case it is first.
Niggas buying tickets to see what type of trial is gonna be held? That's crazy. What's up, Lynette? I know who you are, and I'm gonna wish for this character. Later. What's up, real cat girl?
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. but there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids or a fantastical race from Fontaine.
No, people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea.
Okay, so they wasn't fronting about Fontaine basically flooding. It seems that it seems like this whole land in front of the Fontaine isn't even supposed to be effing water. It's supposed to be straight land, but the water has been rising up for years.
But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
I'm gonna translate for you, Paimon. Basically, they about to have a biblical flood in this bitch, and it's about to get wild.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
No, zesty femboy.
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
It is so crazy that his sister got the cat ears and tail, but he doesn't. So I'm going to have to assume that they're both their mother or father had to be the human, or one of them had to be the human, one had to be the cat.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
Sup?
We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
Correction, I got what she was saying. You didn't.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
Excuse you? There's hardly anything left for me to say with you around, Paimon, because you always steal my lines. Oh my... Yo, either the developers for this game doing this crap on purpose, because they know people will are tight about the fact that the Traveler doesn't get to speak a lot, and they keep giving lines to Paimon for her to say. They're doing that crap on purpose. They are doubling down. 4.0 is the show that they are doubling down.
So that's how you think it is?
Yeah, stupid.
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Oh shoot, we relate to each other. Come join my squad.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
What's happening in Fontaine?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
I think we have, but okay. Also, I'm gonna say this. I'm wondering if we're gonna find out more about what happened to Paimon prior to the Traveler meeting her in this region. I'm very curious about that.
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, Traveler.
Yo, what's up? Hello, Lenny. It's a pleasure to meet you. Is he about to handshake Paimon?
And hello, Paimon.
Yo, don't...
Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Hey, you trying to rizz up my Paimon? You must be crazy.
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Plotting ass nigga.
All right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Furina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Alright. Little fishy going on. At least they're not making the traveler force walk with everybody else. Instead, I can move at my own pace. But it kind of sucks that they're still moving a little too slow for my liking. They did not need to make us move. They could have just jumped straight to the cutscene.
You said you were going to see Lady Furina? Well, it seems Lady Furina has come to see you.
Excuse you? The Hydro Archon that I'm pulling for when she finally arrives has come to greet me? The GOAT? The God? The hero of legend? The most overpowered nigga in this whole fucking game, my guy? Oh yeah, you already know what's up. This bad bitch lady introducing herself to me? Holy good lord. Holy fucking smokes, this bad bitch here. And here comes the second bad bitch who run this shit. Oh yeah, she is dramatic as fuck.
Huh. So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did you know we were looking for her?
Cause word gets around fast.
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
I'm fucking with it. Cause I like Fischl and I like how Fischl talks. She's the only Archon that everyone's clapped their praises for in
As you
comparison.
can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion, who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Yeah, go ahead, praise me. I'm the GOAT around here.
Is she talking about us?
Yes, stupid. Stop acting dumb. This god is risen me up right now. Nobody here seems to be holding a glass.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations, but I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
I'm fucking with her character design and her talking point. But hold up, she just said we leave chaos in our wake? That's cap.
Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity.
Oh my goodness, they created a Gilgamesh. She is Gilgamesh.
Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner.
I fuck with the fact that she's wearing a crown because no other Archon wears a crown except Nahida and possibly Raiden Shogun. But like no other Archon wears a crown, and she's gassing herself up right now. She on her Gilgamesh type beat.
I, Thosalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Well, finding the Hydro Archon wasn't easy enough. It was, cause she...
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance appearance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
No, it wasn't. It was perfect.
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
She probably has an ability to see into the future.
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
Her gameplay better be sick. That's all I know. Because she gassing herself about her abilities, it better be sick. That's all I'm talking about.
You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god?
I knew it was that nigga.
All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Oh, really? Do you know I'm a god-ass kicking nigga?
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can't get over herself. Shut up, Traveler. I'm gassing myself up right now. Yo, the facial expression switch up is crazy.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Furina here. What a surprise!
Bitch, stop talking. You might get arrested.
Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler?
Oh, the steam
How
bird.
did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Furina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
I messed with the sailor boy outfit.
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Furina came here to personally see him. Oh, I bet this is gonna be the duel of the century.
We fighting? Right now?
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Furina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
Gas yourself up, girl.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Oh, my man, I put out the blaze and bring it on fighting gods. I got a resume. Ugh. Let freaking go, bro. What? That's a tough lie. Who you stepping to? Who y'all stepping to? Who y'all looking at? This blade about to get wicked around this street.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
Please, I fought a mechanized god not that long ago. And I fought the Electro Archon. I got a resume, my guy.
What are you trying to do, Traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
You sound nice.
Stand down, Clorend. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior.
The fact that she stuttered earlier when I pulled this blade out told me everything I need to know.
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
Oh my goodness gracious. She has the ability to turn people's eyes away so freaking easily, it's crazy.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. You're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Okay, I might. Oh, hold up. I got me someone on my squad that's gonna help me with that.
Whoa, all right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. such a grand opera house. It would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
Oh, damn.
Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
And we haven't committed any crimes. We literally just arrived here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
No, it's not. Tell me what it is.
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh, excuse you? Paimon is a creature. She can fly.
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Furina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
That's BS.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely. Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Furina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Well, in terms of players, from the player's perspective, you are a flying object that runs her mouth.
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Oh snap, are we about to disappear? Oh snap, he done activated his vision. Hey yo, he gave me pyro power. And it's attached to oh my freaking goodness.
Ta-da!
Paimon is a pet. Oh my goodness gracious.
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
And when Plenty patted you on the back. Oh, so he did this. So that means he knew she was coming for us to arrest us. That's why he gave us a handshake and patted her on the back. Flashback time. Yep, he did this on purpose. That's why it was so weird. I thought he was trying to rizz up my Paimon, but no, he was thinking 10 steps ahead.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
Also, why in the world why would he even go through the effort of telling them that she's a balloon instead of just telling her, no, Paimon is a living, breathing creature. She is not an object. She is a person.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Furina's charges no longer hold water.
It didn't hold water to begin with. Oh nah, people questioning her. She don't like that. Her character design is awesome.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
I wonder if she got some dual-sided personality that's mixed in together. Cause this is kind of crazy.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Where that other chick at? You know, the one that actually got a character design. There she go, trotting off.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. He never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Thanks for bailing us out, Lenny.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Furina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Yeah, confusing is a good way to put it. Is she really that reasonable?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Lenny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted. Thank you. Now I'm about to see what Hydro Traveler about.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Oh, you really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
A magic purse. That's what this is.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved.
Sound like the Christian lifestyle to me, saying I was raised in a Christian household. Yeah, because now Adam and Eve done made us all freaking... Yeah, I blame those two. And everybody else in the story as well. Everyone gets a piece of the cake. Anything, Eve should have been the one that should have been punished. And Adam. But like, the rest of humanity should have been left alone from their sin.
Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
So essentially, it has to purge the entirety of the city. This entire nation's people have to be purged if the sin wishes to be cleaned.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
But now the water won't cover my memories.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
Then is there no way to prevent the disaster?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
You got it. True. Shoot, this is just Genshin Impact. Noah's Ark. Really? To him? Okay.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story.
Which is?
The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it.
Oh my goodness, this is Inkanomina.
But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land.
Sounds very... you know what? I wonder if that is a part of human evolution that we don't know nothing about.
So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Damn. It's an interesting yet sad way to look at it.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
Please.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
And I understand that. It's the same way with any religious belief, that the idea of you dying here and now is your life won't truly really end. I mean, your life will end in flesh. Your flesh will end, but not your soul. So really digging deep into the religious belief side and all this. I'm really respecting it for real.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
No problem. It's understandable that you didn't recognize a goat when you see him.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yep.
Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
Okay, that means Lindy has been passing this around for a while. That's what this guy is. Who else to talk? I'm ready to get into the city for real. On a boat? Seriously? Galati.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay, that's 50-50, a good and bad way to look at the world. To not worry about the future is kind of stupid because one, once we get there and you didn't actually prepare for that future, you're gonna die. It's not gonna be the best outcome. So it's best to prepare for it now than wait until the day it happens, then blah, right? Kind of a stupid mindset, but I understand.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
And it's understandable. I can relate to this so freaking hard right now. I relate to this so freaking hard right now.
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
No kidding.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor. You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
Ignore that sound you heard.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Did something catch their attention?
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Fiendish behavior.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up.
Okay, let's do this.
You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Understood.
All right, let's go.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
There she go.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Get ready to stop her.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
Our job is to block this path.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away. Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief.
Let's go find Lenny.
Yeah, let's go.
I got this sneaking suspicion something happened. But first, Fable, Death, Box. I bet this book got a lot of lore in it. Let me just wait. Go around, just in case. They get. Wait, what?
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
You twisted your ankle. Some musician you are.
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.